What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Jackson, known as the True Beast of YouTube. You can see we ain't doing good. We won it for the control on NBA 2K14. I'm not used to it. Yo, I gotta get used to it. It's crazy to me because I'm not used to it. But you can see my player. His dreads got a little longer. My dreads got a little longer in real life. Got the mid dreads. But let's get in this gameplay. I'm playing a little bit better. I've been playing a lot of black top, getting my VC up. And plus, if you pre-order your NBA 2K14, you get 11K VC for pre-ordering early. So let's get in the gameplay, y'all. I put the code in after I played about like 3 or 4 games. I'm like, damn, I could have been used this VC. I got 3 signature moves. I got floor general, ankle, and dime. Kodakash, you been robbed. Let's go. Ooh, I ain't meant to shoot that.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to Golden State.
You ain't getting that easy.
Surprisingly, the game got away from them because for long stretches they were the better
team. All right, we losing, y'all. We losing, y'all.
I gotta make something happen. At the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it, but it was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor that made all the difference.
Off the screen.
Damn, I was calling back for a shot.
Now Minnesota on the fast break. Rubio leading the charge. And Kevin Martin, the bucket on the assist from Corey Brewer.
They doing us dirty, y'all. They doing us dirty.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
You know, the Timberwolves have taken on an increasingly international character with players like J.J. Barea, Rubio,
that's his shot right there. That's his shot.
And Alexei Fed.
I don't know why he faked though.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Right now, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Rick Adelman. Doris?
His biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end.
Got him, baby. In one.
Yes, baby. Doris. And Clark, a lot of European players used to this cold weather. Maybe that's why the Timberwolves need to go after it.
Well, maybe that's part of it.
Complete that 3-point play.
They've had pretty good luck with the international players. Some good talent that they've put together.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. It didn't work out. They did the same thing this last offseason.
Tried to double team left somebody wide open. What up, bang, buddy?
Absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Yeah, get on me. I'm calling for it. I don't like they played and you played.
Pocket 6. No luck.
Hey.
Great D that time from Martin. And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish at the bottom for a few years.
What the heck is going on?
They're going to have to lure some free agents.
Why we keep switching?
Their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it, the last 2 years,
in your face, baby. Get on me, baby. Perfect release.
Big free agent fish to Dallas.
Well, you look at Jackson. Not sure if you guys noticed on the way in, Nike already put him up center stage on a billboard.
Oh yeah, I signed with Nike out too.
Ad campaign seems to have him at the center of it. He certainly made it count in the NBA so far.
Yeah, well, he's earned this endorsement, that's for sure. Nike is getting their money's worth from this guy. He's big time.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Well, quite honestly, guys, he was one of the biggest surprises of the 2011-12 season. Pekovic. I mean, he continued to show that he's a fantastic option at the center spot with another solid season. I mean, he's a big physical presence. Can finish inside, aggressive on defense and on the board, and doesn't have a bad face-up jump shot either.
Williams against Harris. Williams attacking. That's good. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Going back to Pekovic, or
Got
Peck, as
him.
you call him, Steve, and as his teammates call him too. Another productive season. He did struggle with some injuries, just about 20 games, but he is a man.
Hey, Peck is a grown man.
Yes, baby. Yes,
No
baby. Let's
question.
move screens.
Pretty
Finally, they got
remarkable
moved screens.
Second-round pick, 31st overall back in 2008. But well, the T-Wolves have to be excited about finding their starting center of the future.
On the wing, Jackson.
Hey, get on me.
Guarded by Berea, and the
Feeling it,
basket
baby.
by Jackson.
He's giving me
These
too much
defenders
room.
had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yep,
You
that's
gotta wake up
twice
and
in a
stop
row
sleeping
now
on me.
where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Berea kicks to Williams. The dish to Berea. He feeds it to Buddington.
Oh, shoot.
No good
yes.
on the triple.
Nobody
Good
near
pass,
him.
good
He'll
pass.
normally make that one.
Jackson passes to Marion. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Marion. Dishes it to Jackson. Pass to Marion. Harris. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Jackson kicks
Come on,
to
shoot that,
Marion.
man. Yes, baby.
That's good, and it's Jackson
Dropping
with
it
the assist
down,
that
baby.
time. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Budinger with it, guarded now by Jackson. And
Oh, we still down by one.
Minnesota with the ball. Brewer is just a Love. Love right side. The layup off target.
Good defense.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Rubio and Martin manning
Yes,
the back.
baby.
Kevin Love
Dropping
out there
them
with
down,
Johnson.
baby.
And it's
Dropping
Brewer
them
at
down.
small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Rubio the pass to Love. Johnson sets the screen for Love. And Brewer kicks to Love. Martin
Shot that fast. Shot.
drops in the
Ooh.
tray. Martin's got 12.
I'm surprised he made that. He shot that real
That
fast.
is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Back to Jackson. Dallenberg
Right back
with
at you.
the
Right back
screen
at you.
on
Triple.
Rubio. Jackson
Oh.
misses.
Perfect release and
Got
roll
the shot
out.
he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to
He ain't
fall.
getting that easy, baby.
But Steve, they'll take
Tackle
that
him in
play
the air, baby.
all day long. 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
He passes to Lito.
Throwing the alley, and
Rebound
he
by the
missed it.
Timberwolves.
Oh, my goodness.
And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Well, they
Out of
split
watch,
the
yes.
season series a year ago. These two teams were very evenly
That's
matched.
the one good thing about
Sean Marion is
2K14. You don't make
checked in
nothing
for Dirk
easy in
Nowitzki.
2K14.
The Mavericks have gotten off
They
to a
gotta be
rough start
perfect.
here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ellis outside. Deflects the pass.
What kind of pass?
And even
What was
3-on-3
that?
break. Brewer issues to Martin. Rubio right side. Love outside.
Oh, they rotating that ball
Lets
good.
the free fly. Another miss by Minnesota. Both of them would love to surprise people. Maybe work their way up into contention for one of the lower seeds.
You're right. They'd like to, but neither team has fared well at all in this conference. They've both pretty much been bottom feeders.
Too much room, baby.
Jackson.
Oh, my goodness.
Dallas again missing.
Well, it
Perfect
looks like he's
release.
cooled down a bit
No,
after
slight.
hitting those two in the first
Give me that.
quarter.
Call the cops. You been robbed. Let's go.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Ellis, the pass to Jackson.
I'm jumping, baby. Got lane. Bang, bang.
And Jackson throws it down.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault
First
them for
Nike
that.
play-
I mean, just
first
let
Nike
it go.
replay.
Who cares?
Rubio with it. 11-point game, his last outing.
Get on. Get on.
Martin
Good D.
attacking. Kicks it out
Damn,
to
trying to
Rubio.
help.
Gets an open look and hits.
Oh, that was two. That was two. That's
Rubio's
good.
got his first
I ain't worried about
points
no
in this
2
one.
points.
They found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
No. He had like 5
Shot is
people
off.
on him. Why would
Good
you
work
do that?
defensively by Martin. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far.
Hey, it goes without saying that if you're beat up and your all-star power forward is on the shelf, you're going to have a tough time against the big teams in the West. Minnesota was left for the wolves, so to speak, when they matched up against others in their conference.
Just 2 to shoot. Love. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Go.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Jackson drives in.
Good cut, baby. Good cut,
And
baby.
so here's a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, picking up again on the Timberwolves. Last season, 17-35 record against the rest of the Western Conference.
Oh, they still got the lead?
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Jay in that last game against the Thunder had a nice performance. He ended with 22 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A dominating performance from a player who might start making waves around the NBA. That is what the franchise hopes, at least, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player?
Wow, over here. Oh, my goodness.
It, like Steve,
I shot that kind of fast. I thought he was going to block
I think it just depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on how he's feeling physically overall. But usually a guy who has a big night like that, it's going to carry over. Just the confidence it'll carry to the next game.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you on there, Steve. There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you.
Come on, Dirk.
Performed well.
Good pass, good pass. Ooh, good shot, good shot.
And again and again.
You might have a chance to get one more lead. Might.
He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Now, here's Rubio. Love kicks to
Oh, come on. That was damn rip.
Lots of room. And that's good.
All right, okay, we got enough time. We got enough time.
Brewers got 4 points this
We
quarter.
got enough time, yeah.
Now here's Jackson. It could go, and it's not going to go. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Timberwolves lead.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's a good one going on out in Minnesota. Glad to have you with us for our halftime show. The Timberwolves playing with poise so far. 2 top-tier teams matched up in this one, giving the fans just what they hoped for. They've been a terror in transition, dicing up the D on the open court. A jaw-dropping performance from Kevin Martin. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And for the Mavericks, it's a grinded-out effort. The three-point shooting, ridiculous. They're knocking down everything. A great performance by Jay in the first half. He has 11 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out for the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Calderon dishes to Jackson.
Put it in your face, baby.
Here's Marion. Count it. And the
Good one.
foul.
Yes, man.
That one on Muhammad.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to
Oh,
try
we cut
to
it down to
get
3,
his
y'all.
club out
So
of
we need
this
some
hole.
good shots.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Dallas. Martin comes in for Muhammad. On the court for the Mavericks. Jackson, he's in at the point. Nowitzki is out there with Marion. Then there's Ellis. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard. And Pekovic kicks to Buddington. Just 5 on the clock. Nice ball
It's
movement by
got good
Minnesota.
D right there. It's got good D.
That one rolls
rebound, baby.
around and rims out.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
And one, yo.
Fouled hard
Ooh.
that time.
Yes,
He'll
baby.
get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, his passing is just a thing of beauty, guys. He knows where his teammates are on the floor at all times, and the moment one of them frees up, he seems to hit them in rhythm for an easy basket.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on
Yes, baby. Cut that
miraculously
down to 1.
ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Corey Brewer's checked in for Budinger, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Alexei Shved.
on, y'all.
Rubio kicks to Love.
No.
Can't hit.
You know, for most of his tenure in Minnesota, Kevin Love has been a happy camper. But last season, he made some statements that showed he had some reservations about just how long he'll be a Timberwolf.
Brewer with the steal.
Come on, why is he dribbling so much?
The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Brewer's got 9 points here in the second half. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And going
Yes,
back to the
Dirk.
comments, Kevin
Dirk
Love
with a
made,
nice block.
expressing concerns with the team's
We need to stop, y'all. We
management,
need to
some of
stop,
their,
y'all.
maneuvering of players and who they were looking at.
Well, I think he was surprised, along with the rest of us.
It's hard
that
to
they
get
didn't
to-
offer him
get to the best in this game, too.
5-year contract, but they were worried about his knee, and so in the end, he said, "Okay, give me 4, but I get a 4th-year
That's
option."
all. That's all.
And as a
Oh, I was
result,
already in his face.
Minnesota looking like they might lose him altogether. Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
Back to Ellis. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the shot
one?
counts. He's
And
fouled,
one?
and it's
Yes.
a chance for a 3-point play.
He didn't have a single point in the first half.
Yes, baby.
Bagel. 0 points. Nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Back to Love. And it's going to be 2 free
getting that
throws.
easy.
Drew
Two
contact on the
fouls.
shot.
Way to play in attack
okay.
mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a
I
good
know I ain't fouled.
They did, preventing the and one.
It's his first trip to the line. And the second free throw, good.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
And we've reached the end of the third. Minnesota on top.
Next Monday night, November 11th.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Rubio. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up
Dang,
and
he got
ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the back. Corey Brewer is out there with Derek Williams. And it's Pekovic in at the 5. Jackson passes to Nowitzki. Fades away.
Yes, Dirk.
And that one off the back of the rim and in.
He
Minnesota
wanted the
leading by
ball. I
4.
gave it to him, and he delivers. I got to play
Rubio
this type D.
outside.
I don't know who I'm beating, y'all. Keep switching.
Here's the feed to Martin. A 3-ball. Here's Pekovic. And he was fouled on the way
Who
out.
fouled?
2 free throws
Ain't
now for
nobody
him.
fouled.
It's been a good night for Pekovic. He has 8
Dirk-
points.
Dirk
and
had
he
his
gotta
hand
be
straight
happy
up.
with his work on the glass, too. Well, they have.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth
Got a
quarter now.
1-point lead.
Dallenberg with a screen on Rubio. Jackson drives in. Back to
Shoot that.
Marion.
Ah, come on, man.
He kicks it to Jackson.
I'm jumping, baby. I'm taking it all the way with the
And that
finger
is good.
roll.
And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down
Come
at
on,
the
William.
Martin, guarded by Marion. Jumper.
Oh, that's
the
off. He
screen.
faked too many times. Oh,
Martin with the bucket.
shoot. Oh, it was
Got
2-pointer.
24
Yes.
points.
And that's why teams emphasize the
It would've
use
been
of
2K13
screens,
would've been
picks, just to
3-pointer.
get you some open looks like that one.
Jackson against Rubio. It's Jackson with the drive. 13 feet away.
In your face. Oh, come on,
Again,
man.
the miss by Jackson.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent
Oh,
with that
my
shot.
goodness.
He's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Pass to Love.
Oh, they talking jump
He
about me.
dishes it to Brewer. 6 to shoot. And
Come on,
Love
Dirk.
backs
Play
in
that D, Dirk.
to take the lead.
Give
And
me that.
Dallenberg pulls it down. Dallenberg's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside Jackson, back to Ellis. Jackson. Right side Jackson. And Kevin Martin pulls it down. Martin's got his third rebound tonight.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys.
I hate that they took the spin move out.
It hasn't affected them too much.
And Rubio kicks to Love. And it's Kevin Love with the foul.
Charging, yes, baby.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Boy, that's a game you know the Heat would really like to take.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Derek Williams. Ellis off a pick from Dallenberg. The drive by Ellis. And they will get the basket
go
in,
to,
folks,
yes.
as they rule
That was a nice take, right? That was a nice take, right?
When a player like this shakes off a poor
thought they
first
called
half,
foul
and
first.
comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Rubio outside. Pass to Martin. To tie it up. Here's Love. And the rebound paying off. Two on the second chance bucket right there.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now.
No, 3 seconds
game,
on us.
But it's
What?
all about making
What is
every
going
single
on? It's
possession
crazy,
count.
y'all.
Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thanks, Doris. Rubio dishes to Martin.
Good on Martin. He's going to shoot.
For Martin. Brewer. Good on
Oh, my goodness.
Brewer's got 12 points here in the second half.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many
Good
open
floater,
shots.
baby.
Ellis, that's good.
Seems to me that anytime the
We need
game is
that,
on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
He's feeling it. Rebounded
No,
by the
he ain't.
Timberwolves. Love's
He ain't
got his
feeling it.
7th
He done.
rebound here tonight. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles.
No.
That'll be the first half of a 2-game
Why they
trip.
left him open,
I know
man?
the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. Those shots have just come on easy.
Dirt
open
tired.
looks.
Dirt is tired.
Rubio with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Rubio kicks to Brewer.
Damn.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Now it's a foul.
Brewer is hot, boy.
Timberwolves
Down a
lead.
little run.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Here's Ellis.
Come
And
on,
the
talking
layup's
about
good
that.
off the
Ellis.
glass. Ellis has got 25 points in the game.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Dallenberg against Pekovic.
You got ball, you better get on
The
it. Come on,
drive
stop
by
love.
Love.
Stop love.
Feeds it to Brewer. Outside
Brewer
Martin.
hot. Martin.
From the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Hey, what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shot. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
The
Then we went,
basket
yes,
counts
big
and one.
Ellis is
They'll go
going
to the line
crazy.
with a chance to make it a three-point play.
He's going crazy.
These defenders are
Oh,
not
we won.
putting up
Oh, my
much of a
goodness.
fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10
I
consecutive
got a
points
place to like and
allowed in
sub,
the
the
lane.
more likes and subs I got, the bigger my chain
You
code.
want to have if
To the
you're
growth.
playing defense.
Evan Harris is checked in for Jackson. And so it's Dallas winning this.
Check me out at my new channel, Mr. Jackson 037. Come check me out. Sub and subscribe.
Strong effort for you in a win. Did you feel like you were at the top of your game, or could we have gotten a little bit more out of you?
Man, if I had more to give, I would have given it. I'm always going to lay it all out on the line, regardless of what kind of game it is. It could be the first game of the regular season or Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And you can rest assured that I'll be giving 110%. It's just the way I was taught to play from a very early age, man. That doesn't mean I'm not going to have a really good or even a really bad game now and then, but even when I do, it's always coming from a place of maximum effort, that's for sure.